Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Lorraine and welcome to my channel. Steps to Wellness, guys. Now just before I dive in there and pull your cards for today, I just like to say I am a professional and experienced holistic and spiritual counselor and mentor, and I offer 100% money back guarantee for image readings, tarot readings, also the programs, as well as spiritual and holistic counselling, mentorship, plus advice to help you with union with self and union with your person. Just check out the details in the description box below this video for more information. Oh, and also I offer astrology birth charts here, guys. Okay, now let's dive deep and let's see what messages the cards have for you, for both you and your person's love journey thus far. Okay, Aries? Right, and let's see what messages the cards have for you about your person. So let's go, let's do this. Alright, so you're coming in with the Death card here. The Death card is ruled by, the Death card is Scorpio here. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto here, guys. Now Pluto is, Scorpio is actually your 8th house here of transformations here. Okay, what needs to be let go of in order for new things to come in. It can talk about partnerships here, guys. Oh, there's a lot to say here in your reading. It can talk about the loss of a loved one here. Alright, but we'll have a look at that. I'll explain that further. And you were also coming in with the Tower. The Tower is associated to both yourself, Aries, and also Scorpio here. Now, see, Vesta and Lilith are in Scorpio at this point in time, your 8th house here. And it does talk about health and well-being, to be quite honest, here in your reading. It also talks about here negative attachments and negative energy here. When you're coming in with Lilith here, it talks about patterns and habits here, guys, that one needs to work on here in order to release and transmute here, guys. There's a huge ending coming in here for both you and your person here. Maybe for yourself here, Aries. You do have Saturn and Neptune and also Chiron in your house at this point in time. And Saturn is really about career. It's about social circles here, guys. It's about friendships. It's about how you've been seen here, your reputation. This is both you and your person. All right. I need to pull some more cards here, guys. Coming in with these two cards. This is a huge, one big ending here. Now, when you do come in, with losing someone that you love, that is really close to you, that is really important to you, I want to come in with this as well, guys. Yeah. Your whole world changes. Everything changes because they're no longer there in the physical. And it does take time. It really does. I want to say, to get used to the fact that they're not around anymore. Yeah, sometimes you realize just how important they are and just how much they mean to you. Yeah. and you realize just how big the loss is. Alright guys, because everything changes. Not so much, well, yes, of course, the feelings that you have here, guys, that does change, alright, because it actually becomes a lot deeper, because you, like I said, you realize the importance of them and just how much you needed them here. But it also sheds light on yourself here, guys, and that dependence here that you may have had on this person, on someone that you loved. I just want to mention that with both those cards coming in here. Now, what it can also talk about here in your reading is that there's a huge transformation happening here. You know, with the Tower card, you're actually coming in with the foundation here. See, it can talk about here in your reading. Well, yeah, of course, with the Tower card, you really want to just contain it, eh? You try to contain it to just one specific area of your life. But what these two cards are talking about, and you do have Vesta and Lilith coming in, what I'm getting there is that it's actually affecting not only your environment here, but it's also impacting greatly on yourself and your person on a personal level, on an individual level here. Yeah. See, both cards, I do get here with the Death card, it comes in as ending out patterns and habits. And what were those patterns and habits built on here? How did you build these patterns and habits? You could very well be coming in with toxic addictions here. Yeah. A cycle, some kind of cycle here is ending. Here, Aries. But let me pull some more cards. I just want to touch on that part where I spoke about here when you do lose a loved one. Alright guys, and I spoke about your emotions, and your emotions, they do change here. You come in with compassion here and appreciation. You begin to appreciate the people that you do have in your life here, guys. You actually see the importance of people here, and you have that empathy here where you are able to connect with on a meaningful level here, guys, with people who have lost a loved one here. All right, thank you. All right. Okay. Let's go. All right. So you have the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Swords, and you were coming in with the Ace of Wands here in your reading. See, this, the Death card and the Tower card is talking about what's happening at this point in time here, guys. And you're coming in with obstacles and challenges here in your reading. there's worry here, coming in with the Nine of Swords here in your reading. This Nine of Swords is actually isn't the Nine of Pentacles here. Yeah, it could be yourself here, the way in which your crowning cards are coming in here. But there's an offer. There is a want to make an offer here. See what it can talk about there in your reading. See, for both you and your person, you see each other as the Nine of Pentacles here. See, this Nine of Swords is actually coming in as the Death card and the Tower here. This is what you're going through. This is what your person is going through here. Yeah. Because there is a passionate offer coming in here, guys. You want to make a passionate offer here. There's obstacles and challenges here. There's fear here in your reading. Fear to make the offer. See, with the Nine of Swords, what it talks about there is wanting something, but not having the strength or the courage to actually go towards it here. See, when you're coming in with Vesta and Lilith, and I spoke about your health and your well-being here, that's exactly what the Nine of Swords talks about here in your reading. Because you're coming in with anxiety, you're coming in with being nervous here. And yeah, of course, there is a reason why. The Nine of Swords is really quite big here, guys, because it does talk about self, but it talks about what you've been through in your lifetime, from childhood to your adult life, what you've held on to, the fear that you've held on to here in your reading, and the fear that people are going to know about it here. There is embarrassment and shame when you come in with the Nine of Swords here. But that embarrassment and shame is about the past pain, hurt and fear. It talks about what you have suffered here in your reading. I want to pull some more cards here, guys. So you were coming in with the Four of Cups. You were also coming in with the Two of Wands. And you have the Ten of Wands here, guys. Obstacles and challenges here. A lot of obstacles and challenges here in your reading, and it doesn't really have to do with, I want to say it is about going towards your person, and it is about your person coming towards you here, Aries. But there's fear, there's a lot involved here. What am I going to do? Here in your reading, it's going to take a lot of effort, and you can understand why you come in with the Death card and the Tower. But let's just have a look at your advice as well here. Because even the potential outcome is coming in as the Tower card here. It's all about a relationship here. Your person wanting a relationship with you, you're wanting a relationship with your person here, but a lot needs to happen in order to make that happen here. In order for it to actually come into your reality here in your reading, because you love this person and they love you. You have two aces on the board, and what it talks about here in your reading is that, well, what I could get here is in terms of the Nine of Pentacles here, see, you both see each other as a wish fulfillment. This is what it's also talking about. You know, that's what it's saying here, and wanting to make that offer here in your reading. But what it also talks about here in your reading is that there's an awkwardness involved here. And the awkwardness is coming in as the actions that both you and your person took here towards each other, and this could also be towards other people here. Yeah, I do get here in your reading sacrifices were made, but it's actually coming in as that was the wrong choice. Because no matter what you and your person have done here to come away from each other or to try and move in a different direction, you always come back to each other is what I'm getting here. It's coming in as wanting to build a loving relationship here, guys. Okay. Yeah, of course, what I get here in your reading, there's a hell of a lot involved. It's not as easy as both you and your person had hoped. It's not, you know, clear sailing in a sense, the path. Here, you both know the path and you do want to walk this path together. I do get that here in your reading, but there's also going to be other things around you that are going to be around both you and your person that too is going to need your time and attention here. Alright, I am going to leave it there. Thank you so much for your reading. Thank you for your reading. I do appreciate, and I will catch you later. Okay, bye.